Hey, what's up everyone? 8-Bit Kevin here with
A ton of bacon.
and today we're going to be talking about what we're going to watch for the winter season for anime. Let's get started.
So one show I'm really interested in is a show called Archie, and the synopsis goes, for high schooler K and for at least 46 others, immortality comes as the nastiest surprise ever. Sadly for K, such a feat doesn't make him a superhero. In the eyes of both the general public and governments, he's a rare specimen who needs to be hunted down and handed over to scientists to be experimented on. For life, a demi-human who must die 1,000 deaths for the benefit of humanity. So, with that synopsis, it sounds really cool, the whole concept of immortality, whether or not that person is kind of a freak or not, and how he's going to be hunted down. And I really feel like I kind of got a weird kind of feeling that this is going to be a really dark series where the main character is going to be suffering a lot. And I do like watching series where someone's struggling a lot in terms of what he's become in the face of society.
For me, what turned me off, like the synopsis sounds really cool, but what turned me off was kind of the animation. The animation, if you've watched Knights of Sidonia, it's the same exact studio that animated that anime. The animation style for me, it's a little awkward with the CG the entire time, but I'll definitely give it a try, but the animation is just not for me. So next up, Musaige no Phantom World. Let's just start with the synopsis first. The story takes place in the near future in a world born of human imagination, where humans would call ghosts or monsters appear, and they come to be called phantoms. The main character, Haruhiko Ichijo, is a first year at Hosei Academy, along with his upperclassman Mai Kawakami, who fights phantoms with the ability Spirit of Five Elements, Izumi Reina, who has the ability Phantom Eater, and Koito Minase, who fights phantoms in solitude. They experience the ups and downs of high school life before a certain incident leads them to the truth of this world. So, immediately, the first thing, if you watch the preview, or if you just look at the preview art for it, you'll just notice it's really familiar. It's because KyoAni. Come on, really, like, KyoAni, like, they have amazing animation. Like, that's the first thing that, like, caught my eye with it. Then we watched the preview. It just looked fantastic. It looked really interesting. Hopefully, this animation and what it showed in the preview go hand in hand. It just looks really interesting, and I can't wait to watch it.
For me, I'm also a huge fan of Kyoto Animation, and I'm a little bored of the plot because it's, again, high school and crazy stuff that happens in high school, but in the end that's nothing new to me. But overall, I'm still excited to watch this, mainly because of Kyoto Animation, and I've become a huge fan of them over time. So for this one, Ass Class Season 2 is coming out, and for me, I'm a fan of Assassination Classroom. I really enjoyed the first season. It's a shonen, and I don't think anything's going to change with the second season. Maybe they might succeed in their goal, maybe not, but I can't wait to see what they're going to do next, since the first season was really enjoyable.
I really doubt that they're going to assassinate him in this season.
Dude, you don't know that. They're training. It's a shonen. They train stronger, then boom, the new way to kill them. They're going to do it.
So the next one I'm going to watch is Bokudake ga Naimachi. The synopsis: struggling manga author Satoru Fujinuma is beset by his fear to express himself. However, he has a supernatural ability of being forced to prevent deaths and catastrophes by being sent back in time before an incident occurred, repeating time until the accident is prevented. One day, he gets involved in an accident that has him framed as a murderer. Desperate to save the victim, he sends himself back in time only to find himself as a grade schooler 1 month before fellow classmate Kaio Hinazuki went missing. Satoru now embarks on a new quest to save Kaio and solve the mystery behind her disappearance. So, what caught my attention with this is the concept of time travel. I'm very fond of time travel. I like the idea of it. Going back in time to prevent an incident, and going back further in time more than you thought you would, and then changing your objective. I guess it's kind of interesting in itself, and I just want to see how it plays out.
Personally, for me, I might give the show a chance, but it's not going to be on a really high priority for me. I'm a fan of time travel shows myself, but I think I've seen quite a few of them, and I'm a little, I wouldn't necessarily say sick of the concept of time travel, but I think if I take a little break from that, it'll be a good idea for me to watch it later on down the road.
Next up, the Gashikashi. The synopsis: Shikata Kokonotsu's father owns a rural sweet shop, and his plan is for Kokonotsu to take it over one day. However, Kokonotsu wants to be a manga author instead. One day in summer, the cute but weird girl Shidari Hotaru from the famous sweets company comes to pay a visit. Apparently, Kokonotsu's father is famous, and she wants him to join her family's company. However, he will only agree if she can convince Kokonotsu to take over the family business. Like many other people, the main thing that caught my attention was the preview art of the girl's face going like, you know.
What am I staring at?
Yeah, I mean, it's just that face. Like, I don't know how that doesn't catch your attention. Apparently, it is a comedy. I don't know if that face has anything to do with what she really, or who her personality really is. But you know, I'll give it a chance. You know, I'm kind of excited to see what we thought isn't actually it. You know.
Yeah, I've seen that photo everywhere, and I've seen it as people's profile pics and everything else. And I've always been fascinated by it. I thought it was something that's already been airing, but I guess that's great advertisement for the show if everyone thinks that face is amazing. So hopefully the show will be really entertaining, just as the actual photo itself. So another show I'm really excited for is Haito Gen Sono Grimgar, and the synopsis is: living isn't easy. When Haruhito awakens, he's in the dark. He doesn't know where he is, why he's here, and where he came from. Around him, there are several men and women who have the same circumstances. Together, they advance forward, away from the darkness, and a world they've never seen before called Grimgar spreads out before them. Memories, money, special powers. This is the reality we, who have none of those things, have obtained. So, watching the trailer, I really got a really Danmachi kind of feel to this show, because there seems to be some lewdness to it, and then a lot of fantasy action, a lot of sword fighting, archery, magic, and of course, with the fantasy world, I'm really into that. And even the main character kind of reminds me of the main character from Danmachi, Belle, with the dagger and being a little timid. But I'll try not to compare this show too much to that, because I like to go into shows blind, but that's the kind of feel I got from it, and I would love to see more fantasy shows just like that.
I'm definitely gonna try this out as well. What pulled me in was the animation. The animation just looked absolutely beautiful. Definitely, animation is probably something that I tend to look at when when I'm watching anime. Like, it's something that I look for. You know, if it's colors or if it's well animated or just the way everything is put together. And from the preview that we watched, it looked really well put together, and I'm hoping that it stays like that throughout. Next up on my list is Divine Gate. The synopsis is: when the Divine Gate opened, the living world, the heavens, and the underworld became connected, ushering an era of chaos where desires and conflict intersect. To restore order, the World Council is formed. As peace is restored, the Divine Gate becomes an urban legend. In the world, boys and girls deemed fit by the World Council are gathered. They are ones who aim to reach the gate for their personal objectives. Those who reach the gate can remake the world. What lies beyond the gate? When they reach the door, will the world change? Will it be the past that changes, or will it be the future? Honestly, the preview itself, like interested me. Like, each character that showed up in the preview had a specific element, and I just thought it looked really cool. I have no idea, what I'm expecting, but just the fact that the preview pulled me in with how cool it was, I'm definitely gonna give it a shot.
For me, that little ending part where they talk about reaching the door and what lies beyond that door, that fascinates me, but I don't want to take my chances and watch a show and then have something really build up and not be that great towards the end. Whenever I hear that question, I really think there's going to be something big beyond that door, but I'll give it time. I'll probably wait till someone else says it's really cool. So another show I'm really excited about is Kono Subarashi Sekai Shufukufu Wo. The popular alternate world home comedy centers around Kazuma Sato, a hikikomori, diehard fan of games, anime, and manga, A traffic accident brings his disappointingly brief life to an end. Or it should have. But he wakes up and sees a beautiful girl who introduces herself as a goddess. Hey, I have some good news. Would you like to go to an alternate world? You may only bring one thing you like with you. He responds, so I'll bring you. With that, he is transported to another world, and his great adventures subjugating the Demon King begins. But first, the hard work of finding food, clothing, and shelter begins. Kazuma wants to live in peace, but the goddess raises one problem after another, and then the Demon King's army has its eyes set on him. So, with this series, it's just really wacky in general, and I really like series that focus on hikikomoris or shut-ins, those people like me and you, and how we take on the world. But overall, I think it's going to be really fun seeing how a character like him deals with the outside world, this goddess that breathes into this world, and I could see this with so many wacky, crazy things going on at once, and him trying to fight this Demon King, and so it's going to be really fun and exciting for me. So another show I plan on watching is Saijaku Muhai no Bahamut. The story of the light novel series revolves around Lux, a former prince of an empire named Arcadia that was overthrown via a rebellion 5 years earlier. Lux accidentally trespasses in a female dormitory's bathing area, we all know how that goes, sees the kingdom's new princess Lisa Sharte naked, and incurs her wrath. Lisa Sharte then challenges Lux to a drag ride duel. Drag rides are ancient armored mechanical weapons that have been excavated from ruins all around the world. Lux used to be called the strongest drag knight, but now he's known as the undefeated weakest drag knight because he will absolutely not attack in battle. After his duel with Lisa Sharte, Lux ends up attending the female-only academy that trains royals to be drag knights. So, I have no idea what's going on with all this. I'm not sure what a drag knight is, but watching the whole preview with this well-animated mecha-type armor it looks cool. I didn't see much fighting in it, but it looks really eye-catching. And the characters all seem to have the generic, each girl has their own color / personality, and it's a harem overall, and I do enjoy harems very much, so, you know, I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to try this out too. You're generic, like, when you look at the genre, like, you just see, like, ecchi and harem, you know, like, you know, who doesn't like that? But, I mean, definitely gonna give it a try. The synopsis itself seems very generic in terms of, like, boy and female-only academy sort of thing, but we'll give it a few episodes, see what it's like.
And probably the last thing I'm going to be watching this season is going to be Shoujo-tachi wa Koya wo Mezasu. In the story, Buntaro is a student who wants to be something, but doesn't know what. One day, his female classmate Sayuki announces she is working on a Bishoujo game. Sayuki scouted him because he wrote a good script for Drama Club, but Buntaro doesn't know anything about Bishoujo games. So, with this, again, kind of comparing past series I've watched, this kind of got, or has a Psychono kind of feel, but in reverse. They're trying to make some sort of game. The main character is the idealist, and now he wants everyone else here to make the set game. But the main character here is not the idealist. He's just a certain person that's going to be helping with the game. The person in control of the game is a female character. So I really like shows like this because it shows an overall team effort on trying to make something happen, make a dream come true, or make something that could really affect someone else. And I'm always about the long journey to see if it all pays out in the end. It's really fun.
Remember, teamwork makes the dream work. I'm probably not gonna watch it, I don't know. And lastly for me, I want to watch Digimon Adventure Tree 2, Ketsui. I'm just really excited for the second part of this movie. The first part was it was really exciting to see our Digidestin like all over again. I don't want to spoil anything for you all. Definitely watch the first one if you haven't already. If you grew up with Digimon, or if you haven't watched Digimon, you know, watch Digimon and watch the first movie. But I'm really excited for this next one, and I want to see what happens. See if it concludes here, if we're gonna get like a third one or a fourth one or whatever. thank you all for watching this video. You heard from me and ATonOfBacon what we want to watch for the winter season for anime. Let us know down below in the comments what you think you're gonna watch and why you want to watch it. You know, you might change our minds. You know, if we skipped over something and we didn't mention in this video, if you talk about it, we'll read it, say, hey, you know, that might be good. But yeah, thank you all for watching again. Make sure to subscribe, comment, like, share this video, and follow us on all our social media. We'll see you in the next one.
How's it going, guys? ATonOfBacon here. Thanks for watching this awesome video. Make sure you like, favorite, subscribe to our channel. Also, check us out on all of our social media. Leave a comment what you want to see next. Check out all of our videos on the side here. Be safe out there. Stay gold. So another show I really want to watch is Kono Subarashi Sekai Shufukufu. Whoa. Go. The synopsis is.
Redo it.
God damn it!